Welcome back to another edition of Let's Play WWE 2004. And of course, even though I can introduce the pay-per-view first, I'm going to introduce the traditional way, and that is Sam.
Yo, it's 420 up in this bitch.
Actually, it's 5:15.
I get an issue though with you saying let's play because that sounds so juvenile. We should say, let's make wrestling.
Well, everybody knows I just say let's play because of clickbait.
I know. But it sounds so like, I'm 12 years old, let's go play.
Oh, are you saying you wouldn't want to be 12 years old all over again?
With the money I have now, to be 12 years old, yeah, that'd be cool.
Well, either way we are once again in the wrestling time machine, stopping off in 2004 with WWE Backlash, the first Raw branded pay-per-view after WrestleMania.
This is kind of insignificant, but I just realized that Backlash, if you just change the L to an R, that's exactly what I think of this video.
Hey, you're supposed to insult things that don't have to do with us. This has to do with us.
Hey, you know what? Bret Hart's my favorite wrestler. So I'm like, my favorite quote of all time is, if you put the letter F in front of Hitman, that's exactly what I think of Bret Hart. Damn, the incidences.
So,
Scott Hall, Buddy Mack are lovers.
So we really thought to get this one started a little differently. We thought we would deal with the incidents, and that is where we're.
Regular clothes, so what? Who cares?
You want to
say slap on the wrist? What do you think?
I was either going to go with that or take no action, but I figured that people were going to get mad if we took no action.
Because we do have a dress code. Sylvain Garnier.
There you go, Sylvain. Everything's not bad.
What is he, the next Jerry the King Lawler?
Well, now we find out. Yep. He got into a fight with Rodney Mack. At least it wasn't a physical fight. It was just a shouting match from the way the card is making it seem. So I would say Scott Hall's not that much of a racist. What?
In 2018, Black Lives Matter.
Yeah, but we're in 2004.
Scott Hall, this is 2004.
I love how we both just insinuated something. But let's not talk about that.
I'm just saying, man. 2018, that shit don't fly. 2004.
Yeah.
Just like, what's funny is the Me Too movement, how all these women are coming out about sexual assault and whatever. Well, Vince McMahon did a sexual assault in 2006, and nobody batted an eye at it. I mean, allegedly he did.
Well, people have been alleging people in the WWE have done less than reputable things for years. Look no further than the Terry Garvin School of Training.
Look at Pat Patterson and the little boy referee. Anyway, let's stop that subject.
Yeah, we probably should. Even though just bringing up random stuff is a good way to get the video flagged by YouTube.
Do they actually sit there and listen to what we say?
Nah, I don't know.
I don't think they do. Hi, YouTube. Bastards. You think Kevin Nash can go 18 minutes?
Well,
I would say make it 13. No, it's good where it is because it's a world title match. It should go.
Yeah.
There, Christian and Book.
This could be the longer match because they both can
you
go.
guys are young enough to go. They're not broken.
Yeah.
My God, he's broken in half.
Now, do you want to give Christian a longer run with the belt, or do you think?
I would like to. Let's have Booker T win by count out. We'll make Christian grab the phone and walk out.
Alrighty.
and say, "Damn it, that man has a family."
Yeah, he has a family. Do you know what would happen if he brought home the title? It would help his family.
You would, because he'd make more money. Is Scott Hall booked in this show?
He's supposed to face Randy Orton.
Oh, okay. Well, then I say on Monday Night Raw, we do Scott Hall versus Roddy Mack.
Well, who do you want? Do you want Trish to maintain the title, or do you want Jazz to get the belt?
Well, Trish is prettier, so yeah, let's go with the prettier one. That's how I book women, based on who's prettier. Hey, speaking of booking women, did you hear about the Money in the Bank women's match?
No.
Oh, Nia Jax versus Ronda Rousey. What do you think of that?
I think it's gonna be a bad match.
I think that's too long for Rick.
Huh.
I just think they jumped the gun a little bit on that match because Ronda's only had one match, I think, right? She had one or two matches in WWE?
She's had, well, I think I could be wrong, but I think she's working on the house shows with Nikki.
Oh, really? I didn't know that. Well, good for her.
Really, Rick? You're mad at us for putting Sting over?
Yeah.
Really?
I was doing a 2006 save, and I was making the Royal Rumble, and the whole month leading up to it, the storyline was that Ric Flair was entering the Rumble just to make sure Triple H wins. Like, that was the only reason why he wanted to be in it, was to make Triple H win, to make sure Triple H wins. So then I book it, Triple H wins, and then Ric Flair is the only one who complains.
Of course.
Like, what the hell? Stupid Flair. Hey, yo, Chico, wear this other jacket to the match.
And there's a reason why, if anybody, whoever's watching is, if anybody is watching and wondering why Scott Hall's match is the shortest match, it's because, well, for the reason why you saw at the beginning of the video, Scott's being a little problematic son of a bitch.
Scott Hall's a drug addict, allegedly.
You know, Scott Hall's being a little problematic son of a bitch and causing issues, so we're gonna...
Wait, who did you book to win that match? I didn't pay attention.
I booked Randy to win.
That's fine. Gail Kim versus Goldust.
Well, because also, I don't know if you do the same thing, but when I have people cause problems backstage, and if they're featured in a pay-per-view match, especially a major feud, they're gonna lose.
I actually, if they come up with drug problems, I send them to rehab regardless of championship and storylines.
For me, it depends on what storyline they're in.
No, I send them regardless because you're going to A, bring down the morale of their opponent, and B, fuck up my show.
Yeah.
So I have no exceptions.
But it also, for me, it depends on where I am with the feud, because if I'm near the end with the feud, it's just gonna be, okay, fuck it, I'll let them do it until the end, and then I'll just send them there after the feud's over.
Yeah.
Because if the feud's ending soon anyway, so then what the heck's the difference? Why do I feel like we had a B-show feud that we could feature on this show if we wanted?
How about Enzo and Big Cass?
Ha 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 ha.
Oh yeah, they're not. Yeah.
Oh yeah, Who's Samoa Joe feud? Oh, Val Venis. Did you want to put Val Venis and Samoa Joe on this show?
Might as well. Wait, we need the time.
Yeah, kind of. Also,
we need the whatever. I can't even think of what it is.
Also, I was thinking, do we have a Piper's Pit segment?
Do we have what?
Do we have a Piper's Pit segment?
Why not? We could if you want.
What was I gonna do this for? Oh yeah.
Yeah, he showed up in street clothes. Ooh, big deal.
Christian, Booker T. Because of Christian sneaking off with the belt. Then we could book.
We have a big main eventer that's not booked.
Yeah, I was gonna do the Michaels Kane feud.
Okay.
Or would you bleh. You want Michaels to talk, or do you just want them to run out and have them start like fighting?
Yeah, that's good. Have Kane grab Piper by the throat, and then Michaels runs out.
With Kane, who tries intimidating.
So my next guest is the Big Red Machine Kane, and Kane comes out, and Piper starts questioning him and questioning. Kane doesn't say shit, and then Kane grabs Piper by the throat, and then Shawn Michaels
by the returning HBK.
We almost have a dead hot rod. Shawn Michaels.
Okay. Let's just see where we're at with the. I mean, we could probably run the match, right?
Yeah, that's fine. I'm down with that. Samoa Joe's good. Get him on pay-per-view. Fuck it. I would say let the computer decide the winner, though. It'll probably be Val Venis, huh?
Joe's here. Val is... Yes, it's going to be Val Venis. Because Val is an upper mid-carder.
What's Joe?
Lower mid-carder.
Oh, wow, there's a big gap between them, then.
Yeah. But we needed, I think we needed to fill out a little bit more time.
Yeah.
At least I felt like we did.
Hello, ladies. I face Samoa Joe. Damn it, I can't leave a section on the window with Samoa Joe.
Well, he's there.
Let's put Scott Steiner around the squash match. Is he feuding with somebody?
Rodney, Mack, and Mark Henry, I think. I thought I saw that when we were looking at the feuds. Not to point it out, but what about him?
That'd be fine. Is he Sasha Banks' dad?
Sure, for sure.
Dang, Sasha.
Dang, Sasha, you gotta...
Snoop Doggy Dogg's brother.
Antonio Banks is Snoop Dogg's brother. What was the... Scotty Steiner... We can always have these guys attack him, right?
Yeah, that'd be good. I was actually thinking just Teddy Long comes out and cuts a promo.
Which one would you prefer, the ambush or the promo?
Let's do both. Let's have Teddy Long cut a promo and then the other guys come up from behind and beat him up.
So an ambush.
Basically. Is Rick already gone?
What do you mean?
Rick Steiner, is he gone from the company?
I could be wrong, but I think he might be a trainer down in developmental. No, he's gone from the company.
Okay.
Yeah, he's gone from the company.
against the Steiners.
We can always try Orlando Jordan.
What?
Hey, Orlando Jordan's mentored by somebody. Steve Austin.
That's why I said, what?
Oh, you actually remembered?
No.
I was gonna say. I was trying to figure out a squash match for him to work on the pre-show.
Okay, yeah, I'm okay with that. But no. I'd rather bring people up from developmental.
Oh, okay.
Just because it's our guys, you know?
Yeah.
Who's something that we haven't brought up yet?
We haven't brought up Brett Armstrong.
Yeah, but who wants Brett Armstrong?
Well, he's putting over Batista in a pre-show match. I don't think have we brought him up?
Shad? I don't think we have. But he's crime time, though. He's a tag team player. Oh shit, let's do Del Rio.
This is what you get for doing what you did with Paige and screwing.
What you get for beating Paige in public.
Yeah. Be grateful you have your mask on. Still.
Yeah, because you're a disgrace to the unmasked world.
Excuse me.
2 minutes?
What, you'd rather a minute?
No, I was thinking like 3 or 4, but that's fine.
Oh, okay. So how confident are you with this show?
Wait, where's Batista's match? Oh, there it is.
It's on the pre-show.
Well, Triple H and Kevin Nash is good. Ric Flair versus Sting. Christian and Booker T. Did you know out of the top 3 matches, 4 of those guys are like pretty recent WCW champions?
Yeah.
And Scott Steiner. Scott Hall. This is pretty much a WCW pay-per-view, by the way. Yeah, it's fine. It's good.
We would never do a WCW pay-per-view because WCW sucks. This is not WCW wrestling.
WCW, huh?
This is sports entertainment.
Not bad.
Yeah, not bad. Gail,
They're on the same playing field.
Gail got the win. She's slowly but surely improving in the in-ring performance.
Yep, 9. Dang, those cars got a... Does that say 28?
No, that says a 20.
20?
Yeah.
Oh my goodness. Fucking those cars.
Batista can only carry him so far. Not terrible.
Match?
What?
Did that open the... Oh, no, that was pre-show, huh?
No, that opened the show.
Oh, we gotta open the show stronger than that. I didn't realize that. I'm so stupid. I should have noticed.
What are you gonna do?
I think the show is based on the opening rating and the closing rating, isn't it? Or no?
I think 13 was. I don't know about this game though.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I think it wasn't. I think that's how it wasn't 13. I don't know if it still is that way.
Damn, the W Boys were way better.
Way better.
Yeah, a lot better.
Well, I think that was the point of this feud, to just try and build up America's Most Wanted a little bit.
W the rub, yeah.
Yeah. Trish, of course, gets the win, because who else is going to be women's champion other than Trish Stratus?
Yeah, give Trish the rub.
God, you're being so offensive today.
74 is not bad.
Well, now the question is... Yep.
Oh.
Yep, he was both.
Drunk and on drugs?
Yup.
Scott Hall is having a good time.
This did good, though.
That means that Randy's morale's gonna be affected by that?
Yep.
Yeah, this one's good.
Yeah. Good idea having Piper's Pit on the show. Pushing this. Because, just to put it out there and explain why we did this, I think like 3 weeks ago, or like right after Mania, Kane attacked Shawn Michaels and took him out. And this is the first time Shawn has been seen on programming since he got injured by Kane a few weeks back. Yes, I do believe that this was the feud somewhere between him and Triple H. It might have happened last year, it might not have, I don't remember, I don't know. I know they feuded, I don't remember why.
I remember why Kane feuded with Chris Jericho.
Yeah, but...
Because Chris Jericho was pretty. And then he said, Chris Jericho says, I don't know what's worse, the fact that Kane wants to kill me, or the fact that Kane thinks I'm pretty.
I don't know what's worse, the fact that Mick Foley got a 98, or Maven got a... Maven's... or the fact that Maven beat him.
He got a 98?
Mick Foley got a 98 in-ring performance.
You know, we could build him up to face Triple H at a pay-per-view with that kind of performance.
Mankind? We're gonna build him up?
He got a 98!
Yeah, but he's an occasional wrestler.
That's true.
And what...
Well, let's give him to Randy or something.
I mean, what? Is this 2018? Are we having Mick Foley get built up so he can be the new Brock Lesnar?
No, so he'd be the new Ronda Rousey.
I mean, hell, if WWE can make comments about Brock on TV and burying him about how infrequently he shows up on the show, then why can't we?
It's true. Like, Mick Foley's a babyface.
Yeah, we could turn him heel.
So he got pinned?
Oh, yeah. Maven pinned Foley with the M poison. No wonder why we turned him heel.
78 for Big Papa Pump.
Not bad. Not a bad match.
No.
That feud has not done that well since the start.
That's pretty bad, though.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll figure out what happens next, but we'll figure it out eventually. But the next segment, we got Booker T and the Hype Package for their match. And Booker T and Christian, 77. Nice. Solid rating for the Intercontinental title. Yeah.
This match gained so much heat that it's going to be on Saturday Night Heat.
I mean, the funny thing is that this feud has been going on since January, and the only integration we had was Randy into the feud just so Randy could drop the title to one of them at WrestleMania.
Yep. And now Randy's losing to Scott Hall, or beating Scott Hall, I guess.
Yep.
But in the end, he loses because he almost got killed.
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much.
That's Scott Hall's recklessness.
Pretty much, yeah. And just...
What was that angle? Was it just Christian walking away and Booker T going, "What the hell, sucker?"
Pretty much, yeah. Pretty much. And before we continue with the show, I just want to point out that what we were talking about before of the send to rehab or not to send to rehab dilemma of top guys. I know what Sam's going to say, and I'm 100% behind his decision, and the decision is to send Scott Hall to rehab.
The only thing I regret is that we didn't do a beatdown after the match, because that would have been a perfect way to run him off.
Yeah. I agree. But we do have differences, but in this case, no, we're not, I completely agree with the idea of sending Scott Hall away.
I mean, I guess it is pretty bad, actually, but...
I mean, I'm not gonna say that this match could have gotten better if we let him go longer, because Flair's stamina is down to a little bit above a 55, I want to say, or somewhere in the 50s. I know it's somewhere in the 50s, which is the reason why I didn't let them go 20 minutes. Because I think...
Wait, I told you not to do it.
Well, yeah, that's true too. You told me not to
I
let them.
protested it.
Yeah, that's the other reason. Oh wait, no. I think you told me to do it after we saw Flair's stamina.
Oh, I didn't even look at that. I just said that's way too long for Ric Flair.
Yeah. Well, either way, that's the reason, and I'm not going to say that it could have gotten better because I don't know if the risk was worth the reward.
I guess Space Mountain can't go all night anymore.
Well, yeah, because I mean, if we did let him go longer, there's a chance that Flair could have gotten exhausted or visibly tired or whatever by the end of the match.
I mean, yeah, no. They can say Ric Flair was visibly tired towards the end of the match. They say that with the Big Show all the time.
Speaking about visibly tired.
The Big Show, where is he? Oh, it's on SmackDown.
Ouch.
Oh, 74.
Well, to be fair, did we expect anything else from this match?
Yeah, that's true.
I mean, fucking Kevin Nash. God. Hey, an even show. It wasn't bad, it wasn't that good.
It was a wash.
Pretty much. At least I think the SmackDown show is going to be better.
At least, I mean, as far as I know, that'll keep the network from complaining.
Well, I mean, yeah, that's true.
Okay, so in the speeches, you should give Randy Orton a hug for still being alive. Oh, Mick Foley had a good performance.
And
you want to point out? You want to compliment Sting?
It's like you read my mind.
Oh, nice. Oh, we pleased Randy Orton. Glad.
Well, now, as we move forward, we're looking forward. I don't know about you, but after the wash of a Raw show, I'm pretty excited to see how good we're going to do for the SmackDown show. Just with the idea of Edge and Chris Benoit, Kurt Angle and Chris Jericho, and Undertaker and Brock Lesnar.
Yeah, that sounds way better.
I mean, as far as things are concerned, and I know you could probably agree or disagree, but I feel like we have a bigger picture with Raw. It's just that we have longer to plan for SmackDown, or we had longer to plan for SmackDown.
Yeah. You know what else? I think what we should do is if we make this series go all the way to next WrestleMania, I know it's like a far in advance. What we should do is we should plan on ending as many storylines at WrestleMania as we can and doing like a legit superstar shakeup. What was all that?
Kevin Nash causing problems with Roddy Piper.
Oh shit! Against who?
Roddy Piper.
Oh wow!
Because they hate each other.
Oh, that sucks.
So now, what do we do with Mr. Hall?
Oh, you know what I want to do with him?
Yep.
Send him up to the river. Can we send him to rehab twice?
No. I think if you send him to rehab once, it'll come up that he's already in rehab.
Oh shit! He improved his behavior.
Yep. We can try. Yeah, he's already in rehab.
Okay, so you want to just find him, or should we do anything here?
That's fine.
Okay, that's fine. So whenever he go to medical and see how long. Whenever he comes back from rehab, I think he'll be good to go.
Hopefully. 5 months.
5 months.
Jeff Hardy's back in 4. Joey Mercury's back in 2. Miss Jackie is back from her vacation that we sent her on in 8 days, and that isn't really going to register because she's still gone for 7 months.
You're pregnant. Just take a vacation or something. R-Truth or Renee Dupree, huh?
Actually, Renee Dupree's almost back.
I don't even know we had R-Truth.
Because he's injured.
Yeah, apparently.
But the interesting side of the next episode of the series, and one of the other things that I wanted to point out is he's back.
Oh shit! As of right now, as of today?
As of today, RVD is back.
Oh, my goodness.
We're about to make things a little bit more interesting as we jump forward in the series and start building to Raw's next pay-per-view as we look ahead. Even though, don't get me wrong, we are looking ahead to SmackDown's pay-per-view. And in many ways looking forward to SmackDown's pay-per-view.
We'll go back to that shit for a second. Triple H has no contender.
That's the thing. Triple H has no contender. We do have...
I know who would go on and could be the number one contender.
Well, there is something that I was thinking about, that we could also do a six-man tag team type thing, or something like that.
Or like a 10-man battle royal. Oh, I see what you mean. Triple H in a six-man tag. And the pay-per-view.
Yeah, with Kevin, Scott, and...
Sting. Oh, no, because Sting is fighting Batista.
Oh,
that
what?
We have to build up Batista.
Kevin, Sting, and Rob.
Kevin, Sting, and... But we have Batista versus Sting on the bill already.
Yeah, but this way we wouldn't have to build up Batista. We can just have Batista jump into a six-man with Hunter and either Flair or Randy.
Sting and Rob. Against Hunter and Randy and Dave.
Or Flair. Either way.
I say Flair because Flair and Sting have their history.
Yeah, and I would say that so far maybe SmackDown is getting a little bit better booked than Raw because most of the SmackDown titles are better prestige than the Raw titles.
Yeah, I can believe it. I mean, Kevin Nash was just a contender.
Yeah, so but like I said, I think that has to do with us just focusing more on a bigger picture with Raw because we're building towards SummerSlam with Raw.
Yeah, totally.
So, with that being said, here's a little bit of a glimpse at the next Raw pay-per-view. Whether all these matches are going to be happening at the next Raw pay-per-view or not, you'll have to wait and see
What's the next SmackDown pay-per-view?
When that comes to be, but as of right now, May Week 3 is our next pay-per-view, and that is the first SmackDown branded exclusive pay-per-view following WrestleMania, and it will, we will have, like we mentioned at the end of Raw, we will have some big matches like Taker and Brock, Benoit and Edge having their series finale,
blow-off match,
and a tough.
We gotta pencil John Cena in somewhere too.
Yeah. We'll have to look back. I forget what we were doing with him.
Did we have John Cena in a feud? Because I think you wanted to do it with Rhino.
Yeah, I think that's what we're doing with him. I think it's Rhino and him at the.
Add John Cena to the Edge and Benoit feud, and then put Cena on commentary for the match.
Yeah, I think that's what we were gonna do. I think we were gonna have Cena and Rhino feud up until the pay-per-view. This way Cena had something to do going into the pay-per-view, and then he would have Edge or Benoit after the pay-per-view.
Yeah, let's announce on SmackDown, on the next episode of SmackDown. I mean, we have Raw first. So let's announce on SmackDown the winner of Edge and Benoit. Is Edge and Benoit tied yet or no?
Yeah, it's 1-1, I think.
The win, right?
Yeah, I think it's 1-1.
It's 1-1.
Yeah, I think it is.
Okay, then yeah, we could announce on SmackDown that the winner of the series will get a shot at John Cena.
Yeah. Well, with that being said, I swear we are not looking more excited about SmackDown than Raw. It's just, as Sam said at the top of this video, Backlash is a filler. Backlash is not a major pay-per-view, and
I didn't say that. I called it Backlash.
Well, yeah. Well, I mean, that's basically, you're basically downgrading the nature of the pay-per-view, but that doesn't mean that it didn't accomplish anything. It's just that it didn't accomplish the big stuff because we had no big stuff to do.
Yeah, no, definitely.
But either way,
Raw's gonna be really good by SummerSlam.
That's exactly what I was just about to say. Either way, once again, to reiterate, Raw has the more overarching plan, and SmackDown just has a little bit more time following Mania to build stuff up.
Yeah.
But with all that being... with all that being said, let us know down in the comment section below what you think of the series, and if you have any ideas to help us come up with ways to use people better. But if you don't want, because feedback is always more than welcome and appreciated, but if you don't want to leave a comment, feel free to leave a like and subscribe to the channel for more content just like this that you can only find right here at Wrestling Express. And before you go, do not forget to ding down that notification bell to always know when a new video comes up on Wrestling Express. Till next time.
Peace out.